This episode is brought to you by YouTube channel X-Light Productions, a fantastic channel that makes professional Halo machinimas with well put together stories and added CGI scenes. Link to their channel is in the description below.
No, that was my favorite.
Doctor was right. You shouldn't have come here. Where am I? What is this place?
So, you finally regained consciousness. We're in a preservation room specifically for ponies. And we're waiting for our turn.
Hurry up with those pods!
What is that?
If I'm not mistaken, it's a life regulator. It supplies sufficient oxygen and nutrients to anything inside to keep it alive. This is the reason why I was against this trip. I didn't want you to get hurt. But it had to happen at some point, to end the reign of Twilight, just as the prophecy said.
So that means...
That's right. Our journey has only just begun.
No, I mean, I still don't understand. How could Twilight change so drastically? If she is a fake...
Actually, I'd be more surprised if her attitude and personality didn't change for the past 980 years.
Excuse me, sir. Are you the keys?
Hush. Yes, we are, but how do you know?
That guard told me about you. My name is Firestorm, member of the Resistance. I was caught by the Empress search party while I was trying to rescue you.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thanks. That made me feel better.
No, I wasn't talking about you, but your organization. If those cocoons are what I think they're for, then your hideout should have been discovered by now.
What? Pinkie? You okay, Sugar Cube?
Yeah, I feel much better after crying.
That's good to hear. How did we end up in a situation like this, anyway?
Yeah, this isn't the future I imagined. We wouldn't have gone here if we knew about it.
Where did we go wrong? Why is the future so different from the present?
Something terrible is gonna happen!
What?
Pinkie? I thought you were feeling better.
That's not the problem. According to her Pinkie sense, something bad is about to happen here.
Pinkie sense?
What's that?
It's something that can't be explained or ignored.
Step away from Nightstar!
What's wrong? Why are you avoiding Nightstar?
I don't know, but stay away from her. The Pinkie sense is nothing to joke around with.
I for one know how important it is to trust my instincts, but this is a little too much. Suspecting a member who's been with us from the start because of the words of the ponies we've only just met? Do I need to give you reasons why personal instincts are not very reliable? What's with the faces?
Look behind you.
Stand back!
What? If what you say is true, we need to escape somehow and warn them.
Of course, but first thing is first. I need to validate my theory I've come up with just now.
Hey! What are you doing?
Now!
What was that?
Guard, what's going on there? Nothing. So what was the noise from down there? And where's Midnight Moon?
And the other ponies too.
Huh?
Excellent. Now time to test my theory.
What kind of machine is that?
This thing. It's supposed to create a sound, which should sound like a ding. I'm going to see whether the beings I'm thinking of.
You are so dead!
It can't be. This is a Crimson Changeling.
You call this creature a Crimson Changeling? This is a Zygon pony. It has orange suckers all over its body, and has a poison sac underneath its tongue. I do not recommend giving a kiss to any of them.
An acid? You bastard!
This is a Crimson Changeling. How can it be here?
So, this is what a Crimson Changeling looks like? I wanna name it something better. Like Zygon! Yeah!
Look at this. It's the mark of the Royal Army. And this, written instructions. It says, take the key of prophecy from the Resistance.
Okay, since my theory's right, it's time for inference. If the Zygon ponies are Crimson Changelings, then Empress Twilight actually fought against the Zygon ponies. But the guards in this place turned out to be Zygon ponies, and there are hundreds of disgusting cocoons filled with hosts for them to rely on in the castle basement. Then how many of them are out there passing as ponies? This is a whole new enigma. The fact that Empress Twilight said she defeated all the Zygon ponies is false, and it would be absurd if she didn't notice a huge Zygon pony facility right under her muzzle. This leads to only one conclusion. She'd been sneaking them into the city to live amongst the other ponies. She may have succumbed to them earlier than I had thought.
No, I can't believe she had betrayed us so long ago. How could she? There's no reason to hesitate anymore. We need to inform the members of the Resistance and bring an end to the Empress's tyranny immediately. With your help, it would be possible to defeat such a mighty alicorn.
But
What are you going to do about it? As you concluded, Twilight has been corrupted by them. She didn't hesitate even for a moment to get rid of you. She chose the Zygon ponies over us, Are you still going to consider her as your friend? Or do the best thing we could do for her sake?
I don't know. That's just too cold.
You better make a decision quickly. There are ponies suffering under her hooves at this very moment. If we don't act now and leave her like this, more ponies will die under her reign.
Enough! How could you be any more cold than this? I realized it before too. You're acting so bizarre. Why are you so pessimistic?
What would you suggest then?
It's quite simple. She's not the real Empress Twilight.
Zygons can't replicate psionic energy of ponies. If she was a Zygon or anything else, I would have noticed it the moment I looked at her.
It could be an illusion of some sort.
What's important is that everything is happening according to the timeline. How could they have known to look for the TARDIS? And why were we there in that exact moment? Why did the TARDIS open the doors for them? It's been preparing for this moment. Today, Empress Twilight's final moment, just as mentioned in the prophecy.
So that's why you were acting like that. You knew everything. So why did you do such a thing?
Why didn't you tell us earlier? If only you knew all this was going to happen.
Because you guys said your friendship would never change. I've already tried long enough to stop you girls from going on this trip. But when I heard that phrase, I wanted you to realize that everything changes over time. Exactly what Empress Twilight said.
Do you truly think that's it? As a princess of friendship, Twilight had done a countless amount of great things. And I know it's been 1,000 years, but a sudden flip in personality from one end of the spectrum to the other? How do you explain such a drastic change?
It's quite obvious! Does 1,000 years sound like a joke to you? It's enough time for a brand new spaceship to become scrap metal. It's enough time for a foe to become dirt. And even their great-grandchildren won't remember their name. And it's enough time for a single planet to be wiped out from space entirely. I've seen endless lives burn and die. Seen the creation and destruction of a planet, and even the beginning and end of space. Everything changed. And so did I. So, you are saying there's something that never changes. You, who only lives for so little.
Your name! You told me the meaning behind your name. Has the promise within the name Doctor changed with the centuries?
Everything has its time, and everything dies.
What I did without choice. In the name of peace and sanity.
Physician, heal thyself.
All is changed. All is movement.
What's the point in a good quotation if you can't change it up every now and then? You may disguise your features, but you can never disguise your intent. There's no point being grown up if you can't be childish sometimes. Courage isn't a matter of not being frightened, you know. It's being afraid and doing what you have to do anyway. Life depends on change and renewal. One day, I shall come back. Yes, I shall come back.
Doctor?
You clever mare. Thank you. Let me think this through from the start. How can I explain a situation where a Zygon, which is supposedly fallen 7 years ago, exists in a basement of a castle? Maybe Empress Twilight is involved, but it's just one of several possibilities.
So...
Wasn't bothering me before, but what's that huge cocoon standing out from the others? The one that's tied with a dazzling gold ribbon, implemented with a psionic circuit board.
That's her trophy from the war. Empress Twilight had brought it with her after the victory against the Crimson Changelings. During her victory speech, she said she wasn't able to kill the Queen of the Crimson Changelings. So, the Empress had to steal the Queen inside it, and store it in the castle basement.
There's a Zygon queen sealed inside? Were they to have a queen? First of all, couldn't have been that hard for an alicorn to defeat an old wrinkly queen. Why would she... Oh, that's it. That explains everything.
Did you figure something out?
All my doubts have been cleared up. The origin of the madness. If my theory is right, this is quite the surprise.